watching Let's Chat.
It's time to visit with My Best Me. Of course, there is still time for you to become a part of the 2020 challenge. We'll have more details coming a little bit later on that. But first, I want to check in with Coach Maurice and revisit maybe some New Year's resolutions. If you're still on the wagon, just stay sick. Some people may have fell off, but you can still get back on, right?
Always, always. It's funny, the latest study that came out talking about how do you succeed on your New Year resolution, regardless if it's diet-based, if it's stop smoking, whatever the goal is. And they did a study based on about 300 female, and it mostly took place in Australia. And it's funny, they found that the #1 factor for the long-term success is visual.
Okay.
For example, if you have a young kid and you're a smoker, if you want to lose weight, put that kid's picture and make a comment over it.
Right.
I want to lose weight because, or I want to stop smoking because I want to be around to play with my kids and grandkids. And we know that this study came out years ago regarding food log. It's interesting because they found that people that logged their food and posted on their refrigerator and evaluated on a daily basis seems to succeed. They have about a 20% greater chance of succeeding than the ones that don't put things in writing, don't have visual. So now we kind of have an idea, whatever your goal is, make sure you have visuals that will support your ultimate goal.
Perfect. Good to know. And of course, last time we talked about, doing it in steps and building
Yes.
blocks.
Yes.
Starting by your water or maybe starting by walking and not trying to make a bunch of changes.
Right. The key here is not to focus on the goal, but on the process, right? We know this. I know this as a runner myself. If I think about the distance, how long it's going to be before I reach the end, the finish line, I don't know if I'll start the race. But if I can just look at the next corner, it's like if I can run from here to the first corner, and once I get there, I can run to the next corner, for example, that seems to make the process a little bit better. So we know psychologically, and the key to success in anything in life is learn how to be able to control your own thoughts. Don't look at the goal. If you'll notice most ads, they always want to tell you lose X amount of weight in X amount of time. When in reality, they're not telling you how high the mountain is, right? It's easy to see the mountain from a distance and think, oh, I can climb that, no problem.
Yeah.
Until you get to the bottom of the mountain, you look up and you think, my goodness, it's a lot steeper than I thought. So we always encourage people, as we discussed last week on your show, is start with the process, right? Why buy, I see all these new ads now with this new, I don't want to mention their name, on the bike, and you can join these things, you have a personal trainer on your bike, and people are out there spending thousands of dollars to purchase those bikes. And what I tell clients is, if you haven't committed to drink water yet, if you haven't committed to walking yet, why do you think spending thousands of dollars on something you're going to put in your bedroom somehow is the cause that will make you reach that goal? So start, focus on the process, start with small steps, be consistent for at least 6 weeks. We know that it takes around 45 days to create an addiction. It is important that you reprogram what I call the computer. So there's a lot of bits and pieces that I can't wait to launch My Best Me program.
Right.
It's going to launch in February. We're finalizing the details. We'll bring back that information on your show, because this is the kind of process we're going to be using in Chattanooga to help people come off medications and lose weight and be successful.
And create those lifestyle changes.
Absolutely.
And of course, you mentioned that we'll have more information on how you can join the My Best Me Challenge for this year. It's quickly coming. We'll have information online and next Monday right here on Let's Chat as well. And Maurice, next week I want to talk a little bit about some fad dieting almost, and what some of the trends are and if they work and if they don't work. We want to dive into that next week.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Sounds great.
Perfect. In the meantime, be sure to follow us by searching My Best Me Chat with 2 T's on social media and by visiting WDEF.com.